All right, let's dive into the seven wonders of the ancient world. I think most people are familiar with the concept, but we're going to go a bit deeper today. Unearth some of the fascinating details, the lesser-known facts. Before we get started, when you hear the phrase seven wonders, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Hmm. That's an interesting question. The very idea that people thousands of years ago were so captivated by these structures that they
Mm.
felt the need to document and share them with others. It's kind of like, the original bucket list.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ancient world's must-see attractions. Well, we've got seven wonders scattered across the ancient world. Let's start with the only one still standing, the Great Pyramid of Giza. We all know it's old, but it was built between 2584 and 2561 BC, which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, and it was the tallest man-made structure on Earth for centuries. What's really amazing to me is the precision with which it was built. The sides of the pyramid align almost perfectly with the cardinal directions, which really speaks to the Egyptians' advanced understanding of astronomy and geometry.
Yeah, it's incredible to think they accomplished all this without modern tools or technology. Speaking of mind-blowing achievements, let's move on to a wonder that's shrouded in a bit of mystery and debate, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Ah, yes, the Hanging Gardens. Some ancient texts describe these elaborate gardens with terraces overflowing with lush vegetation, but no definitive archaeological evidence has been found to confirm their existence. So it really begs the question, were they a real place? Or simply a product of, poetic imagination?
I'm leaning towards real. Some accounts describe complex irrigation systems, possibly even using pumps and aqueducts to lift water from the Euphrates River. Imagine this, a vibrant oasis bursting with life in the middle of the arid Mesopotamian desert.
That's certainly a captivating image, and some scholars suggest that if they did exist, the gardens may have been built on a ziggurat, a kind of stepped pyramid-like structure, which would have been a remarkable feat of engineering.
Right, okay, let's shift gears from speculation to a wonder that we know definitely existed, the statue of Zeus at Olympia. We're talking about a colossal statue of the king of the gods, Zeus, crafted by Phidias, who is one of the most renowned sculptors of ancient Greece.
Imagine a 40-foot-tall statue of Zeus, seated on an elaborate throne and crafted from ivory and gold. The sheer scale and artistry of this work must have been absolutely breathtaking. It wasn't just a statue, it was a symbol of Greek religious devotion and a testament to their mastery of art.
It's almost impossible to fathom the skill required to create something so grand. Sadly, like many of the wonders, the statue of Zeus met a tragic end, destroyed by fire centuries later.
Yeah, it's a reminder that even the most awe-inspiring creations are subject to the forces of time and fate. Speaking of destruction, our next stop is the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, which suffered a rather dramatic demise.
Oh, you mean when Herostratus set it ablaze in a desperate bid for fame? What a way to make a name for yourself.
Yeah, the audacity is astounding. But the temple itself was dedicated to Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt and the wilderness. It was an absolute masterpiece of architecture, adorned with over 100 marble columns and these intricate carvings. So its destruction was a significant loss, not just for Ephesus, but for the entire ancient world.
But here's what's inspiring to me.
Yeah.
The Ephesians, they didn't let that arsonist have the last word. They rebuilt the temple even grander than before.
Yeah, that really speaks to their resilience and their devotion. The rebuilt temple became a symbol of the city's resurgence and their unwavering belief in Artemis. But sadly, it too met its end, centuries later, this time at the hands of the Goths. But its legacy as a center of worship and architectural brilliance lived on.
So from a tale of destructions, let's move on to a monument built on love and loss, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. This wonder was built by Artemisia for her deceased husband Mausolus, who was the ruler of Caria. This wasn't just a tomb, it was a testament to their love and his legacy.
It was grand in scale, but it was also remarkably unique in its design. It combined Greek, Persian, and Carian architectural elements, creating a truly distinctive structure that stood apart from anything else in the ancient world.
Picture this, a towering marble edifice, adorned with sculptures by some of the most famous artists of the time, and crowned with a colossal chariot statue. It's really no wonder that the word mausoleum became synonymous with magnificent tombs.
Sadly, the mausoleum, like many of the wonders, couldn't withstand the ravages of time. It was ravaged by earthquakes over the centuries and eventually collapsed sometime between the 12th and 15th centuries AD.
Okay, get ready for this one because it's the stuff of legends, the Colossus of Rhodes. We're not just talking about a statue, we're talking about a bronze giant that allegedly straddled the harbor entrance of Rhodes. I mean, can you even imagine what that must have looked like?
Imagine a bronze figure so immense, over 100 feet tall, that ships could actually sail between its legs. As they entered the harbor, it was a symbol of Rhodes' power, a dedication to their patron deity Helios, the sun god, and a testament to their engineering prowess. The construction itself was revolutionary for the time.
Wait, how did they even build something that massive back then?
Well, it took 12 years to complete, and they utilized a unique framework of iron and stone to support the immense weight of the bronze. It's even believed they salvaged bronze from abandoned siege weapons left by a defeated enemy. Talk about resourceful.
And yet, despite its grandeur, the Colossus had a surprisingly short lifespan, toppled by an earthquake a mere 56 years after its completion.
It's a stark reminder of nature's power and the ephemerality of even the most imposing human creations. But despite its relatively short existence, the Colossus captured the imagination of people throughout history, becoming a symbol of human ambition and the pursuit of artistic grandeur.
All right, let's shed some light on our final wonder, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, a shining beacon of ingenuity and architectural brilliance.
This wasn't just a functional lighthouse. It was a symbol of Alexandria's status as a major port and a center of learning. It was built around 280 BC by the Ptolemaic Egyptians, and the lighthouse stood as one of the tallest man-made structures for centuries.
Can you imagine the sight of ships approaching the harbor at night, guided by this brilliant light emanating from its top? It must have been a welcome sight for weary sailors. But how did they achieve such a powerful beam of light back then?
Well, that's where the ingenuity comes in. The lighthouse employed a complex system of mirrors and fires to amplify and project the light beam far out to sea. Some accounts even suggest the mirrors were so powerful they could be used to set enemy ships on fire.
Haha, that's taking lighthouse defense to a whole new level. Sadly, this beacon of light was eventually extinguished by a series of earthquakes between 1303 and 1480 AD.
But its legacy lives on not just as a testament to human ingenuity, but also as a symbol of Alexandria's importance in the ancient world.
So we've journeyed through time and space, explored these incredible wonders, and witnessed their triumphs and tragedies. It's amazing to think about the lasting impact they've had, even thousands of years later. What do you think is their most significant contribution?
I think it's their ability to inspire. These structures transcended their physical existence to become symbols of human achievement and ambition. They've inspired countless works of art, literature, and architecture throughout history.
It really is inspiring how the concept of celebrating remarkable creations continues to this day. You know what I find most fascinating about these wonders is that each one reflects the unique values and aspirations of the civilization that created it.
Oh, that's an excellent point. They offer us a glimpse into the soul of a civilization. Yeah, the pyramids, for example, weren't just elaborate tombs for pharaohs. They were symbols of Egyptian power, their religious beliefs, and, their mastery over the physical world.
Yeah, like they were saying, look what we can achieve.
Hmm.
And speaking of achieving the seemingly impossible, those hanging gardens, whether real or legendary, they represent a fascination with nature.
Yeah.
And the audacity to try and recreate paradise in a challenging environment.
Absolutely. And then you have the statue of Zeus, embodying the Greek reverence for their gods and their pursuit of artistic perfection to try and capture the divine. It's fascinating how each wonder offers a unique window into a civilization's worldview and aspirations.
Totally, like the Temple of Artemis, for example.
Mm.
It reflects the importance of religion in their society and the grandeur of their architectural achievements.
Precisely. And the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, it speaks to the power of love and the desire to create a lasting tribute to a loved one.
And the Colossus of Rhodes. It embodies ambition, civic pride, and that deep connection to their mythology.
And, of course, the Lighthouse of Alexandria. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity, our desire to overcome natural challenges, and the importance of trade and exploration in their world.
It's really remarkable how these structures built thousands of years ago still resonate with us today. They speak to some pretty universal human themes: power, religion, love, ambition, ingenuity.
Yeah, they remind us of our shared history and the enduring power of human creativity. It makes you wonder, what will future generations marvel at? When they look back at our time, what will be the wonders of the 21st century?
Right. Will it be a self-sustaining city on Mars?
Mm-hmm.
Or a skyscraper that pierces the clouds? Maybe a global network of underwater cities? What do you think?
It's exciting to consider all the possibilities. Perhaps it will be something we can't even conceive of yet. But one thing is certain, the human drive to explore, to create, and to leave our mark on the world. It's going to continue to inspire extraordinary achievements.
Speaking of the people behind these incredible creations, I'm curious about the masterminds, the ones who brought these visions to life. The architects, the artists, the engineers who made it all happen.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, many of their names have been lost to the sands of time. But we do know some, and their stories are pretty remarkable, like Imhotep, for example, the architect of the Great Pyramid of Giza. He wasn't just an architect, he was a physician, a priest, an astronomer. He was so revered that he was later deified by the Egyptians.
Wow, a true Renaissance man, thousands of years before the Renaissance. It's incredible to think about the level of knowledge and skill required to design and construct something as complex as the Great Pyramid.
Absolutely. And then there's Phidias, the sculptor who created the statue of Zeus at Olympia. He was considered one of the greatest sculptors of the ancient world, renowned for his ability to capture the essence of the divine in his works. Sadly, many of his other masterpieces, including the colossal statue of Athena in the Parthenon, they've been lost to time.
It's heartbreaking to think about all the incredible art and knowledge that's vanished over the centuries. But it also makes the surviving wonders all the more precious, don't you think?
Without a doubt. They serve as these tangible links to the brilliance and creativity of our ancestors. They remind us that humans have always strived for greatness, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah, okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. The wonders themselves, their historical context, their impact on art and culture, and the remarkable individuals who created them. What strikes me is how these structures continue to capture our imaginations, even after all this time. Why do you think that is?
I think it's their enduring power to inspire awe and wonder in us. They challenge us to think bigger, to push the limits of human achievement, and to create things that will stand the test of time.
They remind us that we are capable of extraordinary things. We've been discussing these wonders in a more general sense, but I think it's time to maybe zoom in a little, uncover some of the specific details that make each one so unique. Let's start with the Great Pyramid of Giza. What are some things that people might not know about this iconic structure?
Well beyond its sheer size and age, it's the precision of its construction that's truly astounding. The interior is this labyrinth of chambers and passageways, some aligned with specific stars, which suggests an astronomical connection. It's like the pyramid itself is a giant calendar or observatory.
That's incredible. And to think all this was achieved without the aid of modern technology, it really makes you appreciate the ingenuity and skill of the ancient Egyptians. All right, let's delve into our next wonder, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Even though their existence is debated, the descriptions we have paint a pretty spectacular picture.
They do. Imagine terraces overflowing with lush vegetation, cascading down like a verdant waterfall, all irrigated by this complex system of pumps and aqueducts. Some theories even suggest that the gardens were built on rooftops, or on this massive ziggurat, which would have been an architectural marvel.
I love that imagery, a vibrant oasis in the heart of a desert city. It's like an ancient precursor to our modern-day green roofs and vertical gardens. Speaking of breathtaking sights, let's talk about the statue of Zeus at Olympia. I'm particularly fascinated by the fact that it was made from ivory and gold. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Yeah, imagine the visual impact. The gleaming white ivory of Zeus's skin contrasting with the brilliance of his gold robes and throne. It would have been a dazzling display of opulence and artistry. And what's often overlooked is that the statue was so immense that it almost touched the ceiling of the temple, creating this sense of awe and intimacy for those who entered.
Wow, it must have been an overwhelming experience to stand before such a colossal and intricately crafted depiction of the king of the gods. Okay, let's move on to another temple wonder, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. What sets this one apart besides its dramatic destruction and reconstruction?
Well, for one, it was dedicated to a female deity, Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, wilderness, and childbirth. It was a major pilgrimage site, drawing worshippers from all corners of the ancient world.
So it was a place of immense spiritual significance. But I've also heard it was more than just a temple.
You're absolutely right. The Temple of Artemis was also a bustling hub of commerce. It housed a marketplace, workshops, even a bank, making it a center of economic activity as well as religious devotion.
It's amazing to think about the diverse roles these wonders played in ancient society. Now, let's talk about the wonder that always tugs at my heartstrings, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. It's such a powerful testament to the enduring nature of love and the desire to create a lasting legacy for a loved one.
It was a true labor of love. commissioned by Artemisia to honor her deceased husband Mausolus. The mausoleum was adorned with sculptures by some of the most renowned artists of the era, known for their realism and emotional depth. Some of these sculptures have actually survived and are now on display in the British Museum, giving us a glimpse into the artistic brilliance of this lost wonder.
It's incredible that even fragments of this lost wonder can still inspire such awe. Okay, let's move on to another colossal statue, the Colossus of Rhodes. It's mind-boggling to imagine how they constructed something so massive with the technology available at the time.
The Colossus of Rhodes was a true marvel of engineering. To support the immense weight of the bronze, they built an internal framework of iron and stone. And they even ingeniously recycled bronze from abandoned siege weapons left by a defeated enemy.
Talk about resourceful. It's a shame that it was toppled by an earthquake after only 56 years.
Yeah, it's a testament to nature's unpredictable power.
All right, our final stop is the Lighthouse of Alexandria, that shining beacon of ingenuity. What made its design so innovative?
It was truly groundbreaking for its time. It was one of the tallest structures ever built, and its complex system of mirrors and fires amplified and projected a beam of light visible for miles. Some accounts even claim the mirrors were so powerful they could be used to set enemy ships ablaze.
It's fascinating how they incorporated both practicality and defense into its design.
It's a testament to their ingenuity and understanding of optics and engineering.
So there you have it, listeners. The 7 wonders of the ancient world. Each one a unique expression of human creativity, ambition, and ingenuity.
They stand as enduring symbols of our shared history and the power of human imagination.
We've marveled at their grandeur, explored their secrets, and perhaps even been inspired to seek out the wonders of our own time.
So the next time you encounter something that takes your breath away, something that makes you appreciate the power of human creativity, remember the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
Let them ignite your own sense of wonder and inspire you to create something extraordinary.
Because who knows, maybe you'll be the one to create a wonder that will captivate the imaginations of future generations.
And on that note of boundless possibility, we'll wrap up this deep dive. We hope you've enjoyed exploring the 7 wonders of the ancient world with us.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that sense of wonder alive.
It's amazing to think about the ingenuity and skill it must have taken to construct something as complex as the Great Pyramid, especially without the tools and technology we have today.
Oh, absolutely. It really speaks to their advanced understanding of mathematics and astronomy and engineering. You know, the interior of the pyramid is actually just as fascinating as its exterior. It's this labyrinth of chambers and passageways, some of which are aligned with specific stars, suggesting an astronomical connection.
Oh, wow. Are you saying the pyramid might have functioned as like a giant calendar or observatory?
That's one theory, and it wouldn't be surprising given the Egyptians' deep knowledge of the cosmos. But you know, here's another interesting detail that often gets overlooked. Contrary to popular belief, the pyramid wasn't built by slaves.
Wait, really? I always thought it was this massive slave labor project.
No, not at all. It was actually a massive public works project that employed skilled laborers and craftsmen. These individuals were highly respected for their expertise and took immense pride in their work. It really challenges the common misconception that's been perpetuated by, Hollywood.
It certainly does. It's a good reminder to always dig a little deeper and question what we think we know. Okay, let's shift our focus to the enigmatic Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Even though their existence is still debated, the descriptions we have are so vivid.
Oh, they are. Imagine terraces overflowing with lush vegetation, cascading down like a verdant waterfall, all sustained by this complex system of pumps and aqueducts. Some scholars even propose that the gardens may have been built on rooftops, or even integrated into a massive ziggurat. That would have been an architectural marvel.
It would have, yeah. The idea of a lush oasis in the heart of this bustling desert city is just captivating. It's like an ancient precursor to the vertical gardens and green roofs we see in modern architecture. Speaking of breathtaking sights, let's talk about the statue of Zeus at Olympia. I've always been particularly struck by the fact that it was made from ivory and gold. I mean, that must have been an incredible sight to behold.
Oh, it's hard to even fathom the sheer opulence and artistry involved. The gleaming white ivory of Zeus's skin contrasting with the brilliance of his gold robes and throne, creating this dazzling spectacle that must have left onlookers just in awe.
It's no wonder it was considered one of the greatest artistic achievements of the ancient world.
And here's a detail that often gets overlooked. The statue was so colossal that it almost reached the ceiling of the temple, creating a sense of both grandeur and intimacy for those who entered. It must have been an overwhelming experience to stand in the presence of such a magnificent depiction of the king of the gods.
It's fascinating how they use scale and artistry to evoke such a powerful emotional response. Okay, let's move on to another temple wonder, one with a particularly dramatic history, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. What sets this one apart besides its fiery fate and subsequent reconstruction?
Well, for starters, it was dedicated to a female deity, Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, wilderness, and childbirth. And this made it a significant pilgrimage site, drawing worshippers from all corners of the ancient world.
So it was a place of immense spiritual significance. But I've also heard that it was more than just a temple.
You're absolutely right. The Temple of Artemis was also a bustling hub of commerce. It housed a marketplace, workshops, and even a bank, making it a center of economic activity as well as religious devotion. It's a testament to how these wonders weren't just isolated monuments. They were really deeply integrated into the fabric of ancient society.
That's a great point. It's easy to forget that these were living, breathing spaces that served multiple purposes. All right, let's talk about a wonder that's always resonated with me on a personal level, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. It's such a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and the desire to create a lasting legacy.
It was a true labor of love, commissioned by Artemisia to honor her deceased husband, Mausolus. And she spared no expense, hiring the most skilled architects, sculptors, and artists to create a masterpiece that would stand as a testament to their love and his legacy.
And what a masterpiece it was. It wasn't just grand in scale, it was also incredibly unique in its design, blending Greek, Persian, and Calarian architectural elements to create this truly distinctive structure.
And let's not forget the incredible sculptures that adorned the mausoleum. They were renowned for their realism and emotional depth, capturing the essence of Mausolus and those who mourned him. Some of these sculptures have actually survived and are now on display in the British Museum, giving us a glimpse into the artistic brilliance of this lost wonder.
It's remarkable that even fragments of this lost wonder can still inspire such awe and wonder. Okay, let's shift our focus to another colossal statue, one shrouded in legend and awe. The Colossus of Rhodes. It's mind-boggling to imagine how they managed to construct something so massive with the technology available back then.
Well, the Colossus of Rhodes was a true marvel of engineering. To support the immense weight of the bronze, they built an internal framework of iron and stone. And they even ingeniously recycled bronze from abandoned siege weapons left by a defeated enemy. Talk about resourcefulness.
It really speaks to their ingenuity and ability to adapt and overcome challenges. It's a shame that it was toppled by an earthquake after only 56 years.
Yeah, it's a reminder that even the most imposing human creations are ultimately subject to the forces of nature. But despite its relatively short lifespan, the Colossus captured the imaginations of people throughout history, becoming a symbol of human ambition and artistic grandeur.
It's amazing how a structure that existed for such a brief period of time could have such a lasting impact. All right, let's shine a light on our final wonder. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, this shining beacon of ingenuity and architectural brilliance. What made its design so innovative?
The Lighthouse of Alexandria was groundbreaking for its time. It was one of the tallest structures ever built, and its complex system of mirrors and fires amplified and projected a beam of light visible from miles. Some accounts even claim that the mirrors were so powerful it could be used to set enemy ships ablaze.
Wow, that's taking lighthouse defense to a whole new level. Sadly, this beacon of light was eventually extinguished by a series of earthquakes between 1303 and 1480 AD. But its legacy lives on, not just as a testament to human ingenuity, but also as a symbol of Alexandria's importance in the ancient world.
It reminds us that human innovation and creativity have always been driven by a desire to overcome challenges, whether it's illuminating the darkness or connecting with the wider world.
Well, there you have it, listeners. The 7 wonders of the ancient world. Each a testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and artistic vision. They stand as enduring symbols of our shared history, reminding us of what we're capable of achieving when we push the boundaries of possibility.
Inspiring us to look beyond the ordinary, to dream big, and to strive for greatness in our own endeavors. Who knows, maybe you'll be the one to create a wonder that will captivate the imaginations of future generations.
And on that note of boundless possibility, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the 7 wonders of the ancient world. We hope you've enjoyed this journey as much as we have.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that sense of wonder alive.